the other party, UPP. I began how was okay. Kai willing that can they again go you? I will point to Katukusa na chokwa kono deba. Mano ndo ozobiakwa no do kwamma. Na mgbocha yocha bia no ya mankebe. O nwere ozi ya. Ihe anya aga. E mana eme nka na odrobu okwu. Na anyị ga-agaba n'iru n'ime. Ọ maka na democracy ka nọ ya na ka nji wee kọwa etu a. Nke bụ nwa onye. Nke ọzọ bụ na anyị na ya chọrọ proxy. Ị ga-akpọ proxy. Ebe a sị na proxy. Ya ga-enọchite anya onye ọzọ ọnụ ya n'ihi ya biko ka m bido ebe a nọ onye bịara ịnọchi onye na-azọ ịbụ gọvanọ Anambra na pati afọ ya bụ biko barista
ndị Igbo kwenu ndị Igbo kwezuonu biko my name is Professor Benedict Ndubisi Akanegbu
biko onye na-abụ gọvanọ ọda UDP ọ nọ ebe a ọ bụ obodo ya ka biko adịghị biko onye na-azọ gọvanọ Anambra n'afa ndị PDA biko ọ bụ nọ n'ebe a ka ọ gbagote onye na-azọ gọvanọ n'afa ndị PDP ọ bụ nọ n'ebe a ka ọ gbagote n'oge bụ pati ọ bụ nọ n'ebe a ka ọ gbagote n'oge ebe m kpọchaziri nke a biko chairman igwe eji ekwu anyị nwetara bụ na onye na-eje nke ọzọ dịka nwanne ya na onye na-azụ gọvanọ na ga-eji edozi anyị ebe a taa oche edozikwa anyị ọ dị mma oche ihe njikwa wee na-asụ Igbo gwere na ya na-asụ Igbo mana imezie n'anya ịfụ na ala ha ka anyị wee sọpụrụ ha Pastor Mike
n'ụmụ gị ndị Anambra ikere gbakọrọ tata obodo duru Anambra anyị na-asị wee sị biko taa n'ọgbakọ anyị ga-apụta idu Anambra nye anyị ndị ndu ọwụwa
Chief SN Okeke Ochendu biko gbagote n'ihu ebe a ka m gwazie microphone nyezie chairman ga-agụpụtaziri anyị etu o si chọọ ka anyị si na-aga o nwekwazi ebe ọ chọrọ ka
Ndị anyị ekene m ụlọ ọjị ya ga-asụkwa oyibo ndị na-asụ oyibo ka na-asụkwa mana ọjị ya ọ ga-asụ oyibo ka eji amụbe oyibo taa onye gwara ma ọ bụ onye ma ndị nwagasị nso nso ebe a nyanwa ga-anwa ọ ka anyị ọbụ nwa ya bụrụ ọjị a bunye chief ọranika ọ bụrụ eche ndo agbata ete
ọnụ dị semi ọchịa akalite onye nri abịa
anyị ncha wetara na-enye onwe anyị n'ihi ijikọta ụmụnne anyị wee nụ otu o si n'onye n'obi na ebumnobi ya iji aka a na-alụ ụmụ ọzọ dọọ nwanne ya dọhe sọsọ ụmụ chukwu ụmụ ide nọ na nwaanyị ụmụ ụlọ ụlọ ndị gọvanọ anyị Chineke ya ebere ụlọ ebere ọ na-abata nkwụdo ọkwa ọ ga-agara anyị na mma na-eke dụrụ anyị n'oge dụrụ anyị na-agụ okwu ndị chịrị igbo mbụ ofu na ofu asịpụkpọnụ bịa tọọ ọjị ọnụ ka nkụ ayamahụ na ya ụghara ibe ndị dị ndụ ọ na-abịa tọọ ọjị
ọ sịrị n'aha Jizọs biko anyị eke ihe anyị chọrọ ịyọ biko ayọ ka nna anyị n'anya achọghị mkpọtụ tata sọsọ ndị a kpọrọ bụ ndị asa pụọ anyị pụọ n'igbo anyị ekwubezie ọkwa ihe anyị kwuru ọkwa unu kwere biko chairman Aspirants Town People Association the chairman
recorded through by the people here. We are also conscious of the fact that there is still a lot of room for improvement. That is why we are standing here today. I am going to join you too on the 23rd of October. My office will be organizing a sensitization workshop on free, fair, and transparent elections in Anambra State. And I have the mandate, the full mandate of Anambra of Mr. President. To recall, I did that in a joke, I did it in a joke, and as soon as the result came out, the President congratulated the winner. And both of them, Adams Oshomole and Mimico, were all from the opposition. Some people, so the President congratulated them immediately after the election. That is what we intend to do also in Anambra on the 23rd of October. I am getting a necessary talking to the last here. I'm happy I can see my daughter here, just as the podium, National Chairman of DPC. We invite the chairman, we also invite the chairman and some members of the council. So as for Anambra Town Association, they've done so well by putting this program together. Now, if you look at the program, I would like us to merge number 4 and number 6. Number 4 and number 5 and 6, sorry. 5 and 6. So that the candidates will introduce themselves, the political party they represent. I am told that they were going to be given how many minutes? Well,
We understand the others are on the way. We will start with the people present, and then I will take the others as they come. Our preliminary question is complete introduction, please. Qualifications, whatever you want to tell us as your preliminary qualifications, and you have 5 minutes to do them. We're starting straight away with the PPA candidate, Chief Godwin SMO, please. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Godwin Chikunene. I'm a native of Umuchu, Nagata local government area in Anambra State. I had my primary education at Umuchu, my secondary education at Adubasim in and went further to Federal Polytechnic in Ogun State. I did marketing. I graduated 84, 85. Did my research 85, 86. Started a business, started working for myself since 1986. I lived in Lagos from 1986 to 1993. And during the political problem that nearly brought us back to another civil war, I left England with my family. I still live in England, then I started coming back here the last 6-7 years because I made up my mind that one day I will have to come back home and help in putting things in place or helping the ones that have worked to see that things are done properly in the community, in the state where I was born. I decided not to rest or to stay in a comfort zone where somebody worked so hard to make. Life would have been so easy and simple for me there. No suffering, no nothing. Everything will be at my finger. But that will not be a blessing for me. Because of that place is so good and India grow. So it was my decision that as soon as I have 10 to 15 years of my working life still left in me, I will have to go home and be part of what is happening here and contribute towards making sure that a good foundation is laid for our generation yet unborn. I have a couple of things which I have done politically. At the time when I was out there and when I came back here, I sponsored a couple of candidates in various levels. State House of Assembly, National Assembly, and the governorship position. But I can tell you, the working out of all those ones were not really enough. And that strengthened my wish and my desire to come on and help and be part of it. Because, I mean, what is the how was it called? You've got to be there yourself and know it. That is why I made up my mind eventually that I will run for the position of the governor, governor of Anambra State, for me to be able to be in a position to take decisions that will affect the people of Anambra State directly and not via everybody. I have about 5-point agenda which is so important to me and which I look at as very important that could move the state forward and move it to the next level. The former administrations in Anambra State have all done well to the best of their ability. But I can tell you, they have not done good enough. There is still a lot of room for improvement, for something better to happen to us. My agenda includes power. Power supply, everything we do rests on power. Everything that happens on the modern world hinges around power. Without power,
1 minute to go, please.
the next one is agricultural and industrial development. Next, education. Next is healthcare, and next one is security. When I talked about power, I am sorry, the 5 minutes, well, I'm not complaining, let me get my time. The 5 minutes is not to be okay. The power, if we have power, everything we do in this part of the world or any part of the world hinges on power. With power, we can industrialize our state. We can invest more in agriculture, and those things purely rest on power. If you're a farmer, and for example, you are able to breed, let's say $100,000 in your farm, you're not going to kill them. From 8 to 10 weeks when they are mature, you need to take them.
All right, that's 5 minutes. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Can we have the next candidate? You two running now.
Anambra State.
I am from Anambra local government area, Anambra. I was born in 1963, July 25. I attended the biggest primary school at Abuja. There I was state school from all my daughter in Chicago. Thereafter, I got high school in 1981. Thereafter, I went to school of British Public School by higher education. 1984, I entered university where I studied law. I left University of Lagos. 1987, I went to Nigeria. The 5 officers of all the political parties invited to do that discussion on the way forward. I was represented. We wrote it. In 1992, I also worked as a consultant to the Navy.
I'm setting my phone. I'm not them. I kept all of them for some reason.
And then to Dr. Sani Pius Daniel, also former Senate President, consultant, and policeman that thereafter also destiny politics to the So, right now, apart from being the country, I'm the National Secretary of the United Democratic Party, and it is part of the constitution of our party that to submit the judicial opposition to the president. As it is, we commend the transport minister, and we commend the present government of Anambra State. But as it is, we all know all not well with Anambra State. And 2010, I was also a candidate of this party for the governorship election that took place. This year, I am a candidate. Of course, this is my second generation. Because I believe I have something very serious to contribute to the growth and development of Anambra. First and foremost, my vision is a secure and prosperous Anambra State with an effective government elected by the people of Anambra State through a process that is open, transparent, and fair. And with that Anambra State vision, character will be part of the government. Consultation will be part of the government. Legislation, legislation will be there. But in short, I say 1+1 shape before the government will do market. That's what we want to bring to Anambra State. Shape is security, health, agriculture, power, education. That's the shape. 1 is 1 man official, 21 men of goodwill. That's all we need to develop Anambra State. I thank you all, my daughters.
Thank you.
Let the existing protocol okay. My name is Professor Benedict Ndubisi Akanebu. My from Ghana, I attended my primary school, Sacred Heart Primary School at Onitsha, Onitsha. Then I proceeded to Ubendo Memorial Grammar School at Adinoku. From where I proceeded to Christ King College, Onitsha, when I finished my A-levels. And that was in 1979. Then, in 1978, early 78, precisely in June, I went to the United States for further studies. I went to Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University in Huntsville, Alabama, and I graduated in 1983 in economics with first class, the best student of the school.
No go school. You no go school.
And then I proceeded to Washington, D.C., studying my master's degree in economics in 1983, and I finished in 1985. So I got my master's degree in economics in 1985. Then I proceeded to my PhD. It was from then that I started teaching at Howard University as a lecturer. And in 1991, from 1990 to 1991, I got my PhD, being the best graduating PhD in economics at Howard University in Washington, D.C. That I was very proud of. But meanwhile, as I was doing that, I've already started consulting at the World Bank. At the Housing and Urban Development Washington DC, the President of the United States. And then I was working at the Research and Evaluation Department. It was from there that in 1994, I decided to proceed to Nigeria, my country, because of the love of country. After 14 years, I said I have to go back to give back to my people. So when I got back to Nigeria, I started my youth service. And when they asked me, as an economist, where do I want to start to work? Do I want central bank? By then, my colleagues, Dr. Chendo, were at the central bank, and a couple of them then. I said, no, I can't start at the World Bank. You guys are enjoying money. I didn't come to Nigeria to enjoy money. I come in to give back to my people. So I want to go to teach. So I told them I would teach at University of Lagos, Unilag. That was in 1994, 95, 96. So I started teaching at Unilag. It was from then I started doing some consulting. I developed a business called Konya Investments in Lagos. So after I stayed there until 96, the family issues come up. My wife wants to see me back. I said, no, I have to sacrifice myself to my people. He said, please, for some time, can you come back because your kids are still growing? So I went back to the United States. And then, it was then that I opened up a lucrative business. I have what is called Konya Investment. I have about 4 chartered companies in the United States. So I employed a lot of people. I created jobs. I managed resources. I know how to do that. And that's why I want to come back to my country after a couple of years doing that, precisely about 14 years, to give back to my people. So when I came back, I said the best thing to do is to go back to the school system. So I went to Emeka University in Yola. From there, I'm now a professor at the National State University, and then doing part-time at Turkish University in Abuja. So I'm here to serve my people. With all honesty, because of what is going on in our state, some of us don't think well anymore. I said I have to sacrifice myself. I will be a servant leader.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please try and remember, no as for benefits are the rates that we are with educational background, everything about going forward. The future Western
My name is Prince which have other branches behind it. Which one of them is Prince of Business Property? I'm from Dimala village, which is near South Local of Anambra. I want to say to you that I'm privileged to be here. My name is Talo. Apology. The madman says what the man, but I have to raise to myself. I hold this organization to have history. And that's why the heat of education of what we bring out to the Having said who I am, I'm a businessman for tomorrow, self-employed. I don't see myself as a philanthropist. I only see myself as someone who's only sharing what God has put in my hand from man to man. I'm only a worker who tries to please with God. I didn't come here to tell you I'll build the whole Anambra in one top is cheap. Walking the top is what it is. I am here to say to you that whatever I would have done before, I want to do it. I think I should be the only candidate among those that contested that have the roads to display asphalt inside the public road with street lights. So if I'm a governor, I will not be looking for money to pass the road to my street. Most of our community roads are planned by effort of the water was done by the same way, electricity is done. Among all the major contractors that do or participate in all those major areas of social infrastructure, I think I happen to be one among all. As of today, we have constructed the biggest industry in Southeast. Outside the Anambra State Governor, we are the highest employer level in Anambra. We have constructed the biggest hospitals in Nigeria. We have done the major dams and major water systems in Nigeria. We have done the major electricity distribution and generation in Nigeria. We are into education system. Here in Abuja, we are the owner of British Nigerian Academy, which came forth among all the British schools in Nigeria by British Council. We want to do universities and Anambra, which we started with acquiring land. These are individual and private reform students. But I represented myself. I won't say, because people say who you are. But I think you take a God-fearing person, the righteous man to be in the face of Anambra State for the whole Anambra State development. Total development is not only doing the roads and electricity. There's human aspect of it. I'm coming to develop holistic Anambra, where there should be human, social, ethical, and other things. General development is what we need. When you are building the road, you should develop human beings that will use the road. Honesty, transparency, my past, my CV, I'm telling Anambra what I have done, not what I will do. And if those things I do, I can do better in the given opportunity. Thank you very much.
Is, you know, the criminality that we experience today in Anambra State is very closely tied to the issue of basically insecure in Anambra State, because we need to go and have employment by young. This is why we are really asking the candidates what they are going to do in practical terms, without, of course, revealing to the crowd. We said we don't want the candidates to start going up to the podium, and that will take more time. They will answer from where they're sitting. So,
thank you very much. That there's something you say that could rule. We should be able to think home, not when we're contesting an election looking for people's votes. There's no better person that can secure Anambra State apart from the person that have stake in Anambra State. Wheresoever the weight of a man is, there his heart is. Let me say to you, I have the highest investment in Anambra State outside the government. And nobody feels worse than the way it is than me. In the next few months, we'll be commissioning the biggest aluminium company, smelting company in Oka, the capital of the state. And we employed about 1,240 people. We started recruitment already. And we acquired the land to build university. We're taking off. All this is what we're doing with our private personal money. And we know that as a government, I know how to use that money meaningfully and in order to produce great results. With those things, it can be better. Then in terms of security, I was born and bred up in Osumei High School in Anambra, and I know where and how it is. I know what to do to be able to get it done. And of course, because I live in Abuja, I'm the first Igbo man to represent Abuja in the Federal House of Rep as of today in the record. And there should be things I know that will bring me closer to know these people. And when I bring those security issues I know, content I know, and because I've gathered the intelligent report of what is happening and how it's happening, and we'll be able now to deal with it better. Because if Anambra is secured, my investment will be secured. If Anambra will be secured, my workers will be secured. If Anambra is secured, I spend less in guiding my expatriates. And then, because that's where I go for my summer, that's where I go for my holidays. If it's secure, I will have peace, you will have peace, Anambra State will develop economically. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Excellent. Hi, Suna. Please, ladies and gentlemen, there are people who want opportunity later on education. So, who get more time more? So, the next person is the DPA.
Moderator, I've once said this. There is
no volume of soldiers and policemen that we can take to Anambra that will stop what is going on now. Our problem is purely that our youth, our young graduates, which we roll out every day in our various universities, and brand new universities still springing up to rail them out, but there is no place to go. After school, what next? We need work for them. If you leave a child after school and he faces frustration, whatever that comes his way, he will take it. If I am the governor of Anambra State, on a temporary basis, I will use the security money to make sure I provide a temporary employment in the area of agriculture, which would not need a lot of, which wouldn't need or doesn't have a long gestation period. They will start on that and start working on that. Then on the second, on the long-term basis, I have said I will work on power.
Please settle down. Please settle down.
Excuse me, it's only candidates who want up here. Please, can the rest of you clear the hall?
Go back to your seat. Pressmen, I don't expect this from you. The Lord of the Prince of Peace, look this way.
Increasing every year. That road has been rolled out of the university. I say, how will you use the money meant for security purely to provide an employment opportunity which will not have, which does not have a long gestation period? Let's say in farming, we have a very, very good arable land in the northern part of Anambra State. The land, they are there wasting, and our youth are roaming our roads and streets, then constituting a lot of social trouble to ourselves. On a long-term basis, I will use power and other infrastructures. That is why power established a power plant which will provide a conducive atmosphere for industrialization and agricultural development. I mean, mechanized agricultural development to take place. That is the only way to go. If we don't go that way, there's no other way to go. We've been going around it. Power plant or power generation has a long gestation period, and every administration comes in and run away, go around, go periphery of the problem. Nobody wants to attend to it because, I mean, it's not going to be completed maybe until the first 40 years. So I will take it on. I will take it on and make sure that I use it to provide necessary environment to bring, to create employment for our youth, all in everywhere in Anambra State. And also, the youth themselves, we have an opportunity of learning trade, vocational.
And in the program that I have carried, the long and short of what we have, and like we know, the primary reason, the fundamental reason was establishing government by security. And any government that comes to buy that, in this case, in the 5 programs that we have, in the shape, that's shape of Anambra. The area of security, there is no doubt the youth are the engine room of any revolution. But the revolution we're going to bring about will be a revolution in a positive direction. In the area of security, there will be an integrated approach to it. It's going to be based right down to the village, the town level, and to the kindred level. The youth are going to start with. In the area of health, we have a whole lot of issues where the youth will come in. The graduates, the diploma holders, secondary school people, jobs ideas programs will be developed that will engage them positively. So many of them. We are not talking about private, there are about 200,000 companies in our nation, maybe in Oka. What we are talking about here is how to use the apparatus of state for the benefit of all, for the positive welfare of the people of the state. And that is what we are talking about. It is how to harmonize it, or going to the realm of philosophy, how to synthesize the synthesis, to bring the thesis and antithesis, to bring security to Anambra. And in the area of agriculture, like we say, we know agriculture occupies a very small area in the land of Anambra State. The programs we have that will involve the youth, we're going to look into greenhouse farming, we're going to look into agro-allied industry. These are areas that will require a lot of human input other than capital. And then, in the area of power, the integrated power we're talking about, these are plants that have been tried and tested in other countries, semi-developed countries like Nigeria. And we're going to bring that to them. For instance, how many teachers colleges do we have in Anambra State? We probably don't even have any more anymore. Now, if we come on board, teachers colleges are going to be there. They are the first places where you are not graduate. You train them how to be teachers. And when teachers are properly trained, both morally and physically, these are the things that impact on the criminality or criminal tendencies of the There are a whole lot that we can't even discuss within 3 minutes. But suffice it to say that within the 5 key programs we have,
thank you on how to solve the youth unemployment in Anambra State. The people of my state, Anambra, in all honesty, we have a serious problem. But it's a problem that can be solved. I've looked at it, thought about it, and I know we can solve the problem. But first of all, we have to look at the quality of education we are giving to our kids. If we have quality education, if we develop, even after high school, we can create agro-business, that's commercial farming. And we have places in the northern Anambra to do that, to have them gainfully employed. We will think in terms of improving our plantations, like oil palm plantation, cassava plantation, and then the rice. So we can do all that in order to create jobs for our high school. Now, if you look at when they finish high school, most of them goes into trading. There's nothing wrong with that, but we can have internship for them. We can create internship programs. For those who want to get into university but couldn't get it immediately, we can create internship program for high school so that they can be gainfully employed, and that will prevent them from being in the streets. Those are the things I've been looking into. But having said it developed, we have our ideas on that. Yes. Because of lack of time, I cannot all say that. But these are the things we have to do for our people. And these are the things I'm already committed to do. So, my brother of Anambra State, if I'm voted in as your governor, that's it. That the issue of unemployment, youth unemployment, is taken care of. I'm an economist. I know how to create jobs. I know how to manage resources. So, I will deliver more than anybody here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
By the grace of God, I want to change the lives of people. I don't want to do this into a lot of stories. What I want to say to you, that we are here to discuss seen or cannot be reported, we have to find a solution to the problem. One thing that I assure you people is that Anambra State at now needs a pure business agreement, business solution, something that can improve the life of our people. That is what we need in Anambra State. We don't need drama. We don't need so much stories. The most important is how we can secure the life and property of our youth and youth. How are we going to give them employment? How do we conduct local government election? If we don't have a local government election, there is no way we can touch the lives of people from their locality. One of the biggest problems we have not addressed, even as I have been listening to people, is the fact that local government election is the bone of all the problems in Anambra State. Because when you have local government election, you can have a government that at least you can get closer to and tap from. It is not about you going to Oka. The governor doesn't have time to listen to some of your problems. You may not even see him, but if you have a look, the most important thing we need to do is to get the youth employed from their areas of locality. Who are building the roads of Anambra State? How many youth or how many sons of Anambra State involved in these projects? How many of these companies owned by Anambra people? So let us even look at how many of this road has been done in the rural area. For me, it's fine, but by the grace of God, anything that I'm going to say today, by the grace of God, I have practiced it in my own personal life. I believe that I have built the best road, interlocking roads in Anambra State. What we need is to get these youth to learn how to mold interlocking blocks as we can find it abroad, and start running the interlocking roads in Anambra State. If we're able to do this, we will take out 2,500 youth at 500 youth for local government immediately. And we can have it. That is growth, employment to the youth. We have to bring in the youth into business. So, some of the youth that have graduated, we need to uplift our traders from key traders to industrialists. So many things that we have to do in terms of this. If I look at my paper, I can see about 80,000 employment in just a year. And that 80,000 employment has attachment. So there's one big thing that one big question Anambra has. Do you know that we have 15 billion naira that leaves Anambra State every month? That's what nobody can ask. The government is receiving 3 billion. And then they are withholding local government money. 3 billion. And that is 6 billion. But did you know 15 billion naira is leaving Anambra State every month? That is a question nobody can answer in this table. Thank you.
As I told you before, I'm a professor of economics. I know much about education. Education is my best interest. As a teacher, the first thing I have to do is to develop human capital development. I said that before. That means encouraging training different professions. That will encourage my people to go back to school and do well. Next thing is making sure that the quality of education at all levels is being encouraged. That I will do. And then, of course, as you all know, you must have to provide adequate libraries and laboratories for the students at all levels, especially in high school, that is secondary school. Now, having said that, then we have to go into sports. We have to encourage inter-school competitions again. I know during my time we used to do that. And the school debates that will encourage and improve the quality of our students. That I will do. And then coming to health, we talked about health. Of course, in order to reduce infant and maternal mortality in Anambra State, we must do everything within our means in order to make sure we provide more funding for our hospitals. And doing so, we have to make sure that each community must have their own health centers. It's not a matter of opening up a health center which is done by the community themselves. I must encourage them by giving them doctors that the government will pay for to go there at least twice a week to make sure that the infant mortality and maternal mortality is reduced. That I will do. And for us to do that, we must be able to provide the necessary infrastructure in our local communities. So, the advent of the doctors that is being paid by the government will really seriously help this local community, because the problem is that they build these health centers but they don't have the doctors to provide the necessary health services for our people. That I can tell you, for example, in my town, they build the community center, but they've been asking the government to provide the funds for the doctors, send government doctors to come and help. Never. The hospitals are there lying. Nobody is there. The building, nothing. They have provided everything for the doctors. Who will pay for that? The government refused. So I will make sure that I take care of that. I will do.
Thank you. Next candidate.
We're going to bring on board a team with primary and secondary level youth, level of education. At the level of secondary school, your education will come from the curriculum we have, because it's fundamental for this to that what is done. Now, we need to maintain that curriculum. I'm very image of secondary school is very that when you come out of school. What we have, most graduates are problem when you don't have the quality classroom, PTA and the teacher's salary, how can that child learn what is happening in the system? It's a situation whereby there is a primary school, government teachers in the last 20 years, an average of 4 teachers like the last 20 years. So we need to look at this and see how we can set a better for our children. Then we will what they call TSS, teachers analyst care, have not been implemented in the last 9 years. Places like a police state, TSS is not there. So I'm talking about going to the root and finding the solution of the problem. So these are the issues that I have on this. Give people in our books now and tell us this.
There will be opportunity later for you to elaborate on that. So we are not opportunity.
Mr. Nama, and I think it is really. Really, that is very. We are going to manage the tertiary. It's cheaper to go and check the IPT and the only city scan on them. That one government approval. Sure that those 3 sections of the hospital, we don't have to do capital like ordinary issue. I have done it, setting it up from government shortlisted 5 people that will advise them on health prior to Nigeria. I was one among the 5 in Nigeria. I have advised federal government. I can actually do better. On education, British Nigeria by Christian Local. The same university now is being taught the banana training. If not the bureaucracy of people today hoping to start by January, but for 2 years. So there's one in Anambra because they are still, that's the problem why they are saying they are not. We are going to provide free education for the people in primary school. That means free, that means scholarship. Free education. And partial free education for primary school. and they were going to give some kind of support to those with tertiary education to encourage our people to be in school. And with non-indigenous people. That was why they gave me their mandate to present in the House of Representatives. I appoint the first, I think the first Igbo man today to so be elected. And there should be a reason why they did that. And let me also say that for the first time in the history of this country, I was given a title that was meant for the Game region. They gave me the Sadwana of Sheriff Seriki Yaki Joa. It was based on relationship and consideration. I'll be able to, engage in orientation, discussion with the government where they're living, with the people who are there, and then trying to let them know that this is one country that belongs to all of us. That one Anambra is gift of them, have the same right like any other Anambra in Anambra State. We should be able to stand by them and be able not just speak and call it favor from government, but be able to be decisive about it. Backing them and being there for them to know they have government at home that can deal with them whatever. My government will make sure that as an Anambra, wherever you are part of our government. And anything that touches you also touches you, and we'll make sure it cannot be so.
These are part of the reason why I am responding to the government. The value of Indigo must be respected. All over. And the act of force says when you are equal or when you are stronger, you oppress. When you are weak. But the problem is this: we have not been able to support our own back home. Government cannot support the industry people have, which is our businesses. What we are going to do is to shrink to this government, or current government of Anambra State, to 20% of our government, and create a totally different 80% new government that will support businesses. When we start creating industries in every local government, and somebody said of power plants here, I don't even know where you want to site the power plant. When we start setting power plants that will generate power to our industries, and start creating economic empowerment to our people back home, and put incentives that will go, because we got that salary, we got that bottom million, less than million you have. So we start creating economic incentives that will make them to start coming back home. Let me give you one. I want to create a port. By the of my business, I run the biggest private port in Nigeria. So we can create a port and then move our people back home by giving them incentive to use our port to import their goods. Let us port this about 5 days moratorium on the African Republic, and 70% of them imported in Nigeria are accessible. So if we create our own land port in somewhere around here or somewhere or anything, anywhere we can have outside our own land port, we can give people 60 days Look at what the Jews say. They left and said they must have a place for all these Wither. Part of the reason is wherever you are, you have to be interested in the politics of that area. That is one thing that the people that will benefit most from peace in Nigeria are the So, for us as a people, this only within the Anambra, we must consult with just like some of the there will be need to dialogue wherever you are. There is need to discuss with the government of the area wherever you are. And then make a conscious effort for the people living in those areas to also participate in the political alignment of wherever they are. Because when you are involved in the politics of the area, it is easy for you to consult, negotiate, and discuss some of these things before they school. But when you are outside the political area, it becomes easy to manage. And as well, it will be part of the job to make sure that links with the government of whichever area that are promised for India. There will be representatives of the government in most of these areas.
Trying to relocate to Anambra State. To start with, Igbos are Republican in nation. We are all over the world. Wherever you go in this world, you see an Igbo man. Either as a businessman or as a professional. So, I am not going to encourage everybody, like my last speaker said, to come back to Anambra State because it will not be enough for all of us. We will, however, make sure that we provide the necessary infrastructure for them, the businesses, and we'll make sure that we provide the necessary security for them so there will be any fear for them to stay out. But however, I still believe in the concept of the Igbo people dialoguing with the host cities or states. There's nothing wrong with that. But however, I still believe if any Igbo man is threatened anywhere, all the Igbos are threatened. I will use the instrument of my government to do anything to protect my people. They should not run away from anybody. They should stay where they are and do what they're supposed to do. That is my concept of living together. There is no question of running from anybody. I don't believe in that. I don't subscribe to that. But you must do the necessary thing. Dialogue with the host people. Make sure that you didn't start anything. But if they start anything and try to hold arms against you, please, with all due respect, respond. We are in the same country, the same nation, the same Nigeria. No more will an Igbo man be taken out from another state to an Igbo land because he's an Igbo person. It has been done in Lagos State, it will never happen again in my administration. I will try you to be there.
I want to thank the moderator so far. Certain things have been notified earlier on before the proceeding. The Labour candidate has cleared with the leadership of this body that he will be coming late, and he will also spend just about an hour and head straight to the airport on his way out of the country. The leadership of agreed that what was important was that he should come and participate with his other colleagues. However, I want to stress this point further, that both asked for that because Dr. Ivan Uba had said he was not accommodated in the issue of security, the moderators will now give him time, few more minutes, to speak on that. Though the fact is, the moderators told him to speak on both. That is the general interest of all of us. First, we all stand on the same page. So, Mr. Moderator, as you ask your question, may I please request that for the summit, Anambra State Summit, President Goodluck Jonathan, as Vice President, participated in this summit. We will request that all candidates must have taken away this document. It talks a lot about Anambra and the way forward. So before you leave, my dear candidates, get some copies or request for copies of this document, this publication for your members. Thank you.
I have not done one contract with government to get to my level. I have always been sustained by His grace, as soon as I have done. And today, I'm leaving out my business for Anambra to go and fix Anambra. I strongly believe that if you look at some, a former deputy governor was killed, grant some pay
and he was hijacked, kidnapped, ransom paid, and he was killed. A former traditional ruler of Nigeria was kidnapped, ransom paid, and he was killed. You see our youth floating in this river. No one has fortified, said this is what has happened to them. All these are problems we have, insecurity, but not insecurity, but unemployment. We are good people. Let us not see Anambra people as bad people. It is the problem. The government says 7 years ago that we will fight unemployment with jobs. Up to date, the only employment source government has created in Anambra is the brewery factory. Where we are going, and I have the solution to take Anambra to go to the promised land. Thank you very much. Yes. We're moving to Pluto. I have given a typical example of how I'm going to give close to 80%. It is all going to be in line with business development and then unemployment. We need to tackle insecurity in Anambra State. Give people employment, create industrial hubs in Anambra State. Give Anambra State good healthcare system, and there is money, and there is employment, and there is life, and there is enjoyment in every sector of Anambra.
I cannot assist all this for not for me to assist. How is your message being taken? Well, I think it's not about message, it's about me, it's about my love for the people, it's about my desire, it's in my goal. I won't make it. I want you to see what I'm going to do. It's not about somebody who comes to me today and by tomorrow is a rich man. Somebody who's living a fashion house, go to government and blow everywhere up. I'm not going to government house to start looking for houses to do. Come to my company, you know, I have 7 different houses. I cannot do more. I'm not looking for road to be built. Neither am I looking for water and electricity. I have done those for my country. Whatever job I'm only going to Anambra to serve my people. The truth of the fact is that you must do well where you are before you can do well where you're not. You cannot be able to start and fail. I want to go and do experiment with Anambra. Anambra is too big for anybody to use as an experiment. It's too big. Issue of security. What is your take there? I've addressed it and I'm still saying it again. Security situation in Anambra State has been addressed holistically. Whosoever said that it's only about the Anambra areas, no, it's not true. It's only Anambra areas that are kidnapped. The deputy governor that was kidnapped and the former deputy governor that was kidnapped, he was killed outside Anambra State, somewhere in a Delta Edo State. And recently they caught some people that say they killed them. They are not Anambra area. Those who are not Anambra area, some are kidnapped and taken to Enugu, others are kidnapped taken to Enugu. So it's not only our people that are kidnapped, other people come to Anambra. But when we'll be able to police our borders and be able to train our youth, put our youth in shape, they'll be able to manage other situations. It's a holistic approach that we have to do. Apart from unemployment, there are other restrictions, there are other things. There's other criminal tendencies in naturally in human beings you need to do address. It's a general issue, and we're able to manage it and then police our borders and we will have a wonderful state for Anambra. Have a governor that is sensitive to apply. Like, can I say to you, I started as a trader. I'm still a trader to tomorrow. So I can be able to feel the cost of traders more than anybody. I'm a commercial dealer. Why? That's how I started and that's what I'm still doing today. What am I saying to you? You can only take somebody like that to do that. Anambra State is a trading company, it's a trading state. We are traders, we are industrialists. We have to drive those businesses. And for you not to drive it, you cannot say, oh, the policy is against me when you do not contribute to the policy. Is our governor close to the president? If the president have your ear, then you should be able to put policies on ground that can drive your people's economy. For me, I will use that advantage because I know what I'm looking for to make sure that people get the best in terms of policy that will drive their business. It's about human beings. It's about people. It's about business. It's about Nigeria. It's about Anambra. And if that's about politics, then we should be able to be part of the policy that will help our people. It's not about flag off. Votes are not getting from flag off. We are talking to people individually. We are moving from one home to the other. We are moving from one market to the other. We are moving forward. My own system differs. Some of them are newcomers. It's something I've been doing. I've never lost election before. The only thing I had a problem after the election. But you see, what I'm trying to say is that it's not about rent. You go and buy people and pay them, and people will come there and get 1,000 naira, 500 naira. That was their daily job. No, we are talking to people that will come out and say we own it, we own his government. My government will be government where everybody will involve, whether you're educated or not educated. In my government, you can see somebody who did not go to school that can be advised to the governor. Can I ask you, what does it take to advise a governor? Whether you advise him in Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba, advice is the advice. In the north, you see them. Advice given in Igbo, given in Hausa and English does not make it different. Be an advisor. Bring out what you know. You can be an illiterate and still have something to say. So all I'm trying to say is tell them that come and be part of the government. Come and know what we want to know. Be part of what we're going to do. Listening, the governor can listen to the people. He's not going to do jamboree, going from one playing band, then gathering people together, speaking sweet to people, and gathering together. Whenever a Kukuma does rally, it's his Kukuma family. Everybody there comes to see that we don't borrow crowd. Give them a support so that you can give them that distributor so that they will distribute and make that profit. Besides, it takes only government to get a loan at 2%, 3%, 4%. Why are we going to take a loan from government, from bank at 16%, 20%? I'll go and get a foreign loan at 6%. Then be able to warehouse it. I appoint the individuals who will loan it to all these traders that can be able to close on their business and make more money and employ more people. And there will be food enough. And then people will be happy. And then that will be the center of business. Because if you know if you are trading in Anambra, you're going to get a loan for 6%. And if you are trading in Kano, you get a loan for 24%. All roads will lead to Anambra to go and then get that incentive. And it will drive the business. So it's not economical. What we need is total development of human being and infrastructure. And Anambra will be good for everybody.
That has the pedigree, the character. I am the son of the late Igbo of Oraugu. I was taught well before I left the shores of Nigeria. And what happened now is that's the reason why I came back. We have to stop this. We are here, 3 of us, and these people came last, and they left first. That's an insulting thing to me. I'm a professor over 28 years right now. So anyway, the people of Anambra know better than this. It has happened before, it will happen again. This is not the first time.
Excuse me, Chief, can you address the integrity question, sir?
Excuse me, I am addressing the integrity question.
Please allow the moderator to talk. Please allow the moderator to talk. Please, some of us take a seat, my friend.
My brothers and sisters, please. I just made a side comment. Please. Now, like I said before, that integrity. Some of us here, we are parading themselves. Listen, the question was on integrity and character. And I'm answering that, and you're stopping me. Some of us here parade themselves with doctors and nobody asks questions. Please. So please let me finish. So what I'm saying is that, can I finish? Please. So what I'm saying is that when I talked about education, some of the candidates were not comfortable with that. And it's unfortunate because we know who is educated here. But please, my brothers and sisters, let nobody tell you that education is not good. When I said I have first class, let nobody tell you it doesn't matter, because I know it matters. I know how well respected I was in the United States. I've been there for 33 years. I'm not a kid anymore. Like my colleague said, anybody over 50 years is no longer a kid. So we are talking of integrity and pedigree. And I have that pedigree. And that is the reason why I come back. Because I know I have the pedigree, the character to lead the people of Anambra State, my brothers and sisters. And that's why I left everything. Because to me, fear is fear itself. People say don't go to Anambra because they will kidnap you. People say don't go to Anambra because something will happen to you. I left the comfort of my soul. People don't know me. And people are here talking about their businesses. I'm talking about what they did. I am telling you right now, check my what I've done in the United States. Probably I've done more than most of them here, but I don't make noise about it because I'm educated. I'm an intellectual. Let nobody deceive you here.
They say they advise on health.
1 minute to
But
go.
here, advice on health for the federal government. We still have problem. People go to India for medical treatment. Advice on health without having a degree on health. And you're listening to them. Somebody talks about going to deal with the Orient Petroleum. The question we ask him, is that something he's trying to do? Some people's business are on the silver chip here, and they are telling me can manage resources. I am talking. So please, my brothers and sisters, let's call a spade a spade. Please vote for the right candidate. Don't be deceived. I have what it takes to lead my people because I don't have any fear of anybody. Don't be deceived by money bags because some of them will go because of the message you get from them. Don't do that because you can eat today but tomorrow you can eat. Let's rebuild Anambra for the best. And that is the reason why I'm here.
Thank you.
Asking for your vote. Please, my people, before you cast your vote, think about it. Think about conscience, about the future generation of your state, especially the kids. Thank you. I appreciate that.
On a final note, please, can I that him to the table? I want to assure you that all your questions have been taken by the MC, and he's going to go through it and state it because as they have already.
Bialbem no kata asenya chore na meji esi ano ya na kama ziechi nge make ziru e we like si ipa kwa ni ye ano na o le ku play
open door, Odu, I see where you are. Right on the door. I make it and 6 on the door. After young, these candidates, they are on time. They are a video, no one and a video. Because Odu and Ogun and Dolomero for 36 years. And the reason is very clear. Okra Keku, Tata, Ejigatuko. Already open down the back. Ejigo like here and Valencia. And Masu. I am going and yet, I know you. You are the deputy governors will make a debate on the 27th. I can make a workshop on the 23rd. Governors can make a debate. If I can make an of plans. But even who today, I will win.
My co-host, we for you while you were talking, that I'll put so that as never. So, Anambra Pueblo, in your neck and neck. When a video, Nandia Boku, was signed, Imani Nonese, and the ambassadors to lead us, the Anambra people. And we say, come and see. I will also appreciate the moderators. Our brothers and sisters that we kept at the right side of the table to moderate the event of today. I want to let you know that you did a very good job. Never mind
it is not easy to control a group of people, especially in a motion-laden situation. Every of the candidates here has supporters, and you can't expect for them to.
Coming out from the great debate of Anambra Elders and Town Union, what is the expectation? You spoke well. What is the expectation at the end of this debate? Now, affording you the opportunity to interact with other Uber candidates.
I have to start to thank the organizers, because this is a way to showcase ourselves and what we can do for the people of Anambra State. So having said that, I think public opinions will start changing now. But what we need right now is to showcase what we have for the people. And that's what we are doing. We are just beginning. This is just the beginning. From now, we have to move forward. So I thank them so much for giving me the opportunity.
Now, what do you think that Anambra people are lacking that you want to fill up?
Of course, the problem, we have issues in Anambra State. Issues of leadership, we have to tackle that. Issues of security, we have to tackle that. Issues of education, infrastructure, agriculture. We have several issues in Anambra State. And of course, the issue of local government, we didn't get to that. We have to address it immediately, and something has to be done. In my administration, we do local government immediately, the election immediately, so that power will go to the grassroots.
If you emerge as governor of Anambra State, please, what will you do to create employment for the youth?
It's given, it's already in my manifesto. We have to do a lot for employment creation. Just like I said before, we have to adequately tackle the issue of education so we can have quality education for our youth. And as they have quality education, then they can gainfully be employed. However, we must have to create an enabling environment for them. You have to attract investors to come into Anambra State. And then you have to be sure that the security of property and life is secure before you can see investors. Of course, we have to provide necessary infrastructure for the investors to come in so that they can create jobs. I know how to create jobs. I know how to manage resources. And that is the reason why I'm coming out. Because I know I can create jobs for my people. Especially, we can even, I don't want to go further on that, but it's in my manifesto.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One final question, I would like to ask this question. For document here, we have been facing the challenges of politicians saying they will do this, they will do that, and at the end of the day, when they get the people's voting, they will not able to make it. How is your own going to be different?
My own is going to be different because I'm not a career politician. Okay, I just came out to change the way politics is being done. And because of that, I'm a professional. Because of that, I know that it's totally going to be different business. Business is going to be as usual again. We must do what we say because we have integrity, we have character. So when we promise, we deliver. And that is what I'm promising the people of Anambra State.
Okay, thank you very much.